It's not over. Who tell you say it's done? I learned my lesson now.
Hello. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Coach Simone Mignott. Remember to subscribe, like, and share, and leave a comment. I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on these topics. Today's topic is asking you a question. You and I are going to go on a journey to find you. So the topic is, who are you? The journey I want to go on with you today is a journey to go in search of the real you, that real authentic you. I wanted to take some time, so I hope you have paper and pen or a notebook. Grab a paper, a pen, or a notebook and just jot down the first thing that comes to your mind when you ask yourself a question. Who am I? Take some time and allow the questions to go through your mind. Don't rush it now. Just take your time and jot down the answer to the question. Now I want to ask you a question. Did you just put your age, your name, your address, what you do, where you work, how many children you have, who you're married to, titles, positions? Was that your answer? No, I'm going to only be talking to those persons. Those were their answers. If you just wrote down the answer to the question by saying where you work and your title and or position, that's incorrect. Because who you are is not what you do. Who you are not from the external things that you do. Because you possess a supernatural feature that is only yours, unique to you, I like to say. This feature sets you apart from everybody else. The next time you're asked this question, I want you not to respond like that, but I want you to take some time to think about who you are. And we're going to go through it together today. All right, so don't worry about it. We're going through it together today. No, don't feel bad if you wrote down any of the answers that I just spoke about. It's not for you to feel bad. These sessions are to empower you to become the best version of yourself. If you don't know a thing, you'd not know what to do. So the information is coming so that you can know the next time that this is not who you are, and you will know, have like a light bulb go off in your head when you realize who you really are, because you are supernatural. Based on the word of God, he made you in the image and likeness of him with your own unique stuff. That him say in that word. What makes you different from another person? What makes you different from another person is your fundamental beliefs and values. The thing by which you live by. Yeah. The thing, those beliefs that dictate your behavior. And eventually, this is how you will respond in situations. So your core values are who you are. Your core values dictates what comes outside of you. Your core beliefs then, let me use that. The core beliefs then is what dictates what comes outside of you, how you communicate, etc. So let's go through this together. Let's look at some of the beliefs that some persons live by that dictates their action. Because remember, it's what you believe that you will do, right? You will only do what you believe. You'll only live by what you believe. Some of them are a belief or a lack thereof in God. So your core value can be that you live by the belief in God, or you don't believe in a God. You don't believe that God exists at all, right? A belief in being a good steward of resources and exercising self-discipline. I believe that family is it's of fundamental importance. It's of fundamental importance. I believe that honesty is always the best policy and that trust has to be earned. I believe in maintaining a healthy work life, just balance. So these can be some of the examples of your core beliefs that guides your thought process, right? On the other hand, there are negative beliefs that are not limited to what I'm going to share with you today. But these negative beliefs also keep you stuck in a position, either moving forward and most time going in the direction that you don't want to go. And you're wondering to yourself, then why me can't move forward? Check your beliefs system. So here are some of the negative core beliefs. I believe that the world is a fundamentally brutal place, and that only the strong survive. I believe that people are powerless to change their fate or personal situations. I believe that means say nothing now go on from me can't do nothing about it. I just saw it go, I just saw the thing set, I just eat that. That kind of belief. I believe that you don't deserve good things or relationships in life. I believe that other people are fundamentally untrustworthy. Like I can't trust nobody. Me just believe say me can't trust people. Them just over there so and me over here so. I believe that life is meaningless. You see the picture? You get the picture? So we spoke about some positive beliefs earlier. Now we're looking at some negative beliefs. And the positive beliefs don't not believing in God. Because if you don't believe in God, half of your life is going in a total direction opposite from why you were created. And that's probably why you are frustrated and unhappy. But we're working it through together. In the year 2021, I'd like to say this is the year of the greater. This is the season will determine what fruits you reap by what you sow. So please pay attention to what you're sowing in this season, because whatever we're sowing on is a seed, but we always reap the fruit of that seed. So we have to be very mindful. Examine your core beliefs and see what's guiding the decision making. If you don't like it, then do some self-introspection and evaluation and change the way you think. We must learn to adopt those core values that's going to help to shape us to fulfill the purposes that we were created to fulfill. If we don't do that, then our lives are going to be meaningless. So I just want to share some core values with you and invite you to choose at least two of a core value from this list that you are going to incorporate as of today and live by them. And see what impact this will have on your life as you strive to become the best version of yourself. Dependability, reliability, loyalty, commitment, consistency, honesty, efficiency, innovation, creativity, good humor, compassion, motivation, positivity, optimism, passion, respect, courage, perseverance, patriotism, service to others. Bear in mind, you cannot commit to live by all of the core values them in the list. Most of the time, we live in 5 the most we can live out of is 5 core values. Sometimes 2, sometimes 3. But what I'm going to ask you to do is to replace those negative core values that you have been living by and try to choose 2 from the list that you can commit to start living by, and then see how they can help you effectively become the person that you desire to see. Now, you know that I can't go through my sessions on YouTube without scriptures, because scriptures and word can be the only thing that can make us. If we don't have the word, we don't have nothing. It is the word that brings salvation. And my pastor says that all the time. It is the word that gives you the salvation. Believing in the word and doing exactly what the word of God says. So let's hear what the word of God has to say about your core values. So Ephesians 2 verses 10 says, we have become his poetry, his pottery, recreated people that will fulfill the destiny he has given to each of us. For we are joined to Jesus, the Anointed One. Even before we were born, God planned in advance our destiny and the good works we will do to fulfill it. That means, God have a path for you already. And all you need to do is to discover it, so that you will know where you're going and what you are to be doing. This is who he says you are. You have become pottery to him. He recreated you, right? To fulfill destiny. So you're already created to fulfill destiny. That is what it is saying. And it says, even before you were ever taught up between your mother and your father, before them fall in love and decide, say, I think I'll go on, or them I go married, and I think I'll go on, blah, blah. Yeah, you were thought of before. And a plan was put in place for you to walk by. A plan was put in place for you to walk into. Let me use that terminology. A plan was put in place already for you to walk into. But have you discovered what that plan is? Let us now look at 1 Peter 2 verses 9. But you are God's chosen treasure, priests who are kings, a spiritual nation, set apart as God devoted one. He called you out of darkness to experience his marvelous light, and now he claims you as his very own.